So it's time for another Carrera review, and which car are we going to choose today? Well, I think we're going to go Jägermeister with the BMW M1 Pro car. We've got 3 rounds. 2 rounds are going to be with the magnet in, 1 round without the mag. We're going to put it around our wood routed track to see what times we can do. So stick around and let's check out the BMW M1 Pro car by Carrera. So let's take a closer look at the BMW M1 Pro car by Carrera in the very Jaeger livery. But before we do take a closer look and crack open our crystal case, let's answer a couple of questions I get a lot emailed to me. Trav, how do we tell the difference between a Carrera digital car and a Carrera analog car, which is their Evolution series? Well, before you purchase it, there's 2 things you can check straight away on the shelving. The blue base. The blue base stands for their digital range of 132, and also at the back here in the reflective sticker you'll see it will say digital 132. And if you are lucky enough to find some of these secondhand and they don't have the box, underneath you will see there is a little light sensor which is the digital chip on the inside. So that's really 3 ways. I did say 2, but 3 ways that you can tell that this is a digital car. Now I'm going to answer one more question I get asked all the time. Can this Carrera digital car work on another digital system other than Carrera? The simple answer is no. Each digital system has their own dedicated digital chips which work on their own tracks. Yes, you can find aftermarket chips that will allow brands to mix up, and you can get some aftermarket switches that will let you run analog and digital and vice versa. But can this work on an analog Carrera track? Yes, it can, which is exciting. But of course, you cannot put an analog car on the digital track. We'll do a video of that in the future. Now that that's out of the way, let's take a closer look at the beautiful. And if you are a Jaeger fan, it is beautiful. If you're not, well, you're going to be, I guess, let down with a full load of orange. Now, I'm a Jaeger fan. I love the BBS style rims with the gold inserts. So for me, this one is a win. Let's talk about the BMW whilst we are zooming around. I believe the M1 car in itself, not just the Pro car, the BMW M1 car is very underrated. It's a beautiful sports car. I'm so happy that Carrera do release a BMW M1. And while we're talking, let's look at some of the finer details. This little flick up under exhaust wrapped in that heat style wrap. I love those little details. Keep in mind, this is a mass-produced slot car. I class this as a toy slot car against the hobby brand. Of course, this is mass-produced, and boy, have they done an incredible job. Now, the color will be looking very dull on screen. Trust me, it's a nice, vibrant orange. Massive Jägermeister rear spoiler. We do have a driver with a flooded cockpit. You can see it's up under his armpits, but boy almighty, this is a very well detailed car. Down to the BBS mesh rims, which you can tell they're BBS because it says they're on the back. Of course, being digital, we have active front and rear tail lights, which I think every single slot car should have to add to that realism. Now that's enough looking at the BMW M1. Actually, before we do, let me quickly just show you the chip underneath. There we have the sensor we did say at the start. This has got a chip affixed because it is digital, which will allow you to run on your digital Carrera track and analog. For our track testing today, it's on the wood routed track. I will have to disconnect that digital chip because it won't allow me to run me on this track itself. That's very simple to do, but I think the time's come that we put this to the test. 3 rounds, I did 2 there, it's 3. 3 rounds, 10 laps each. We're gonna do 2 rounds with a magnet in and then 1 round with a magnet out and see how well it does. Ready? Let's go. So now it's time to put Carrera's BMW M1 Pro car, the Jägermeister livery, to the test around our wood routed track. We are running around about 12 volts. Track is clean, tyres is clean. And a quick disclaimer, I did have to disconnect the digital chip to make this work, so it's running as an analog car. So 10 laps, mag in, and I think after this 10 laps, we might maybe do another 10 with the mag in and see how fast we go, and then we'll do a final one with the mag out to see how different this thing to drive with no magnet. So let's get into it. 10 laps. Controller settings are to 0 for the first 10, and we'll adjust them as we go. Oh, here we go. And we're off. Oh, it's got a lot of roll. What's our first lap going to look like? Oh! 7.55, so it's quick out of the gates, but it's very heavy. It wants to roll through the corner, so I'm going to turn down. Oh!
9.26 seconds.
9s, we're going to be faster than that, trust me.
Fastest lap version number 1. Lap 3, 6.66.
6.66, I think the fastest we've ever done on this track is a 6.3 from memory. So I'm going to turn up a bit of sensitivity. Oh, and as I do that, it does a spin. Come on, come on.
Lap 5, 11.4 seconds.
So I got a bit of traction and a bit of sensitivity turned on. It's rolling through the corners nicely. It's just a little bit punchy. 6.7, I think we can go faster than that.
Fastest lap version number 1. Lap 7, 6.46 seconds.
6.4, come on.
Lap 8, 6.49 seconds.
6.4 again, come on. Need a 6.3. Oh, I don't think we're going to get a 6.3. 6.5, this thing is quick. Let's bring it home.
10.46 seconds.
What's our fastest lap?
Race summary. Fastest lap. Lap 7, 6.46 seconds.
6.46 seconds. So let's clean the tyres. I'm going to change some adjustments on the controller and we'll see if we can get into the 6.2s, 6.3s. Then round 3, we'll take the mag out and then I think we're going to see some times really drop, but it might be a handful. So get ready for round 2. So here we go, round 2. Clean the tyres, clean the track, 12 volts. We've done some adjustments to the controller. The mag is still left in. Can we get very low 6s? 6.2, 6.3, let's go. So the sensitivity is down a little bit, so we're not getting as much punch when I pull the trigger. 7.3 out of the gates, not bad, come on. We know it's faster.
Fastest
No!
lap version number 1. Lap 2, 6.78 seconds.
6.7, are we going slower?
Lap 3,
Oh, very tail happy. And of course, if we true the tyres,
lap 4, 7.23 seconds.
if we play with the car a little bit, adjust the body float, it would be faster, but this is out of the box.
Fastest lap version number 1. Lap 5, 6.52 seconds.
6.5, we can go faster. Here we go.
Fastest lap version number 1. Lap 6, 6.47 seconds.
6.4, come on.
Lap 7,
Oh,
6.55 seconds.
I think we can get it. I've got 2 more laps. I think I know the trick. Hold on, this one's going to be slow.
Lap 8, 8.93 seconds.
We've got 2 more to go. Come on, we can get in there. Let's get a 6.3.
Final lap version number 1. Lap 9, 6.46 seconds.
6.4.
6.49 seconds.
We didn't get there. 6.4. Fastest lap.
Race summary.
Fastest lap. Lap 9, 6.46 seconds.
6.46 seconds. That's the fastest we're going to do with the magnet in. Now it's time to take the mag out. And I can tell you what, this one's going to be absolute havoc. But let's see how this goes around my track without the magnet. So before we do round 3, I am taking the mag out of this beautiful M1 Pro Car by Carrera. Now I just quickly want to show you what that means and what you need to do to get the mags out. Now this one does run a bar mag across the front. You can see a little screw here which you have to unscrew and that'll allow you to get those little magnets out. They will pop out straight away. And then at the rear behind the axle, by popping the axle out and just lifting the motor and pulling it back, you can then remove the rear bar magnets. This is what's covering it. Very simple. Just be careful you don't break any plastics. All I would say is, and I have done this on some previous cars, what holds the motor, and if you do pull the motor up here and then back, there's a chance you can snap that little, is it a C hook or whatever you might call it, bit of plastic in there. So just be careful. But now we've got no mag in it, it's time to put it to the test. And to tell you what, I'm a little bit nervous because I think this thing is going to dance. So here we go, round 3. Let's call this the Joker round. We've taken all the magnets out of the car. Of course, it's still a stock car. We've just removed the magnets. Tyres clean, tracks clean, 12 volts. Now, quick disclaimer, if you do true the tyres or prepare the tyres a lot better or put aftermarket tyres on, it will perform a lot better without the mag in it. Now, this is going to be, I'm going to say, a bit of a handful. So I'm going to play with the controller as we go. I'm not sure how fast or slow we're going to go. Take a guess in the comments. 10 laps, how fast? I'm hoping we're going to be in the 7s. We should be in the 7s, surely. But it's going to be very tail happy. So this is going to put my driving skills to the test. Non-nag, 10 laps, let's go. Nice and cautious out of the gates, just understanding what the car wants to do. We've got a little bit of a whoopsie-doozy down there, so we've got to be careful. How's our first lap? We're in the 9s, but we've had a bit of a incident on the first corner.
Nothing, just an incident on the race.
We can pick that up.
Fastest lap position number 1. Lap 2, 9.57 seconds.
9.5, I think the 7s might be out of the question. We're trying. Now, it didn't count us because it's orange, for some reason it's not liking the colour. So let's see if it picks us up again. 18.4, don't take notice of that because the lap tracks did not see our car come through. It does that sometimes. Free up.
Fastest lap position number 1. Lap 4, 9.16.
9.1, come on, let's get into the 8s.
Fastest lap position number 1. Lap 5, 9.00.
9.00, this one won't be fast, this one feels a little bit slower.
Lap 6, 9.1.
Come on, let's get into the 8s. I did say 7s, but I was kidding myself, I think. Come on, have we got it?
Fastest lap position number 1. Lap 7, 8.93 seconds.
8.9, yes, we're in the 8s. Come on, let's go.
Lap 8, 9.1 seconds.
9.1, we're back into the 9s. I think I've got the trigger sorted out. I'm just trying to find my spots to put the power down.
Final lap position number 1. Lap 9, 8.83 seconds.
8.8. This one won't be faster, but I'm happy with an 8.8. There we go. No, it didn't get us. It was slower. There we go. 10 laps. Our fastest was an 8.8. Non-nag, of course. We could go faster if we had tyres on it. Now, if you're thinking, why did you take the mag out? Does it matter? On this track, it does. I run Magna Braid, so this track will use the magnets to its full potential. But let's take a quick closer look, finish up, and we're done. So there we have it, the M1 Pro car, the Jägermeister by Carrera. We've run this around our wood routed track. We removed the magnets. It was a lot of fun. It actually was really quick with the mag in. Of course, being a Magna Braid track, the magnets do matter, hence why I took them out. I do get that question, Trav, why does it matter if your mags or mags aren't in? You're running a wood routed track. Well, these are magnetized. So taking them out will make a difference. And as you can see, it was a lot harder to drive. But there you have it. Just remember, if you are using this on your wood routed track, make sure you disconnect the digital chip and you should have no problems. But be safe, take care, support your local. Bye.